Hi guys, welcome back. Hope we are doing good. So this is our third video on record to report series. Till now I already completed 2 videos on overview, another one transactions. I hope you have checked. If you have not checked, I will add in the I button. You may refer that. In this video, I am going to focus mainly on reconciliation. So let's understand what is reconciliation. So reconciliation means you must have noticed that sometimes there is mismatch between in your financial record, means there is some discrepancy in there in your bank transactions because of currency fluctuations, because of any missing transactions. So when somewhere you will find two books of accounts is not balancing, or two books of account is not correct, or same informations we are not going to get, so in that case we have to do the reconciliations, or in simple language you can say adjustments. So for that purpose, this reconciliation part, which is the component of your R2R, or it is important crucial step in your record to report process, so that ensure that our financial accuracy and compliance. What you will learn in this particular video, so we will see the concept of reconciliation in SAP and why it is important. Then we are going to see the types of reconciliations, means the GL reconciliation, bank reconciliation, foreign currency valuation, that reconciliations, or accrual deferral, and we will also post one transactions, or in fact we will take a complete scenario to understand this reconciliation. So let's dive right into this particular scenario. So first point we will take, that is what is reconciliation in SAP and why it is important. So reconciliation types we are going to understand. So reconciliation, why it is important? Reconciliation ensures that the financial records, your different accounts for your different transactions in your different system should correctly record, should match correctly. Without any reconciliation, your final statements may have errors, and definitely you will find the error. As a result, when you will go for reporting, compliance, so that time lot of indiscrepancies will be there, inconsistencies will be there. So if you are going to report that type of, if you are going to present that type of report, so it is not acceptable. So that is why in R2R team, or the team who is involved in the reconciliation, it is very important for them to do the reconciliations regularly. So first point we will take here, that is GL reconciliation. So what is GL reconciliation? Why it is required? So GL reconciliation means we are going to match our GL balances with your subledger. In our last video, I already explained the concept of subledger. So subledger is nothing but your customers, suppliers asset. So when we are posting a transaction with reference to customer, so customer books of account is going to update, plus it should also update with your accounts receivable too. If there is any transaction related to asset, it is going to update in your asset record, asset report, means fixed asset register, plus it should be updated in your reconciliation account or your APC account, because in balance sheet we are going to show our consolidated balance. If it is a bank reconciliation, whatever data we have recorded in our books of account, same should be matched with your bank. So when periodically you are going to get the bank statement, let's say weekly you have to receive the bank statement, and the bank statement is not matching with your day-to-day operation transactions. So your books of account showing something and the bank one is showing something. So in that case, the reconciliation is required, and in every type of business you will find the reconciliation activities will be there. Somewhere they are doing the manual reconciliation, somewhere there it will be automated, but reconciliation will be there. Similarly, foreign currency revaluation, that also will be there. Accrual deferral also will be there. Now GL point of view, we'll see why it is important, or how we are going to do the GL reconciliation. So as I said, GL reconciliation ensure that the GL balances must be matched with your subledger balance, like your receivable, your payable, and your asset accounting. So how we are going to do this reconciliation? If I am responsible for GL reconciliation, then what I am going to do here? Anyway, I will show you the practical one, that GL reconciliation I'm going to show you. But before that, theoretically, if you try to understand. So first we have to identify our unmatched transactions between your subledger and GL. It may be subledger to GL, or it may be GL to GL, right? So for example, we are going to compare two GL balances, because in that transaction, two GL balance should be matched, or your accounts receivable with your customer, account payable with your suppliers, right? Because ultimately in balance sheet, we are going to show the consolidated balance of your reconciliations accounts. So that is why in SAP systems, the person who is responsible for reconciliation activities, of course, in backend, we have to do the required configuration. So if I'm the user who is responsible for GL reconciliation, so I will go to the SAP system. I will enter here the transaction code F.13. Okay, so this may be interview questions, particularly if you are looking for user job. So maybe these questions will be there, how we are doing the GL reconciliation. So you can use the transaction code F.13, and then you are going to review your GL balance. Maybe you can use the transaction code FHGL03 to find out the informations or the discrepancy between two informations. So once you identify that mismatch information, then after that you need to run F.13, so that system is going to automatically clear the open items, so that your end after reconciliation, when you will check your GL balance, you will find that it is completely matched. But once I will show you the practical one, you will get more clarity on that. Another one is our bank reconciliation. So as you know that bank reconciliation means we are going to compile two books of accounts, two set of informations. One is our recording of transactions and another one the bank. So periodically we are going to receive the bank statements, and that we are going to compare, or that we are going to compare with our system data. Now in this case, if the question will be there, why we need to do the bank reconciliation? So bank reconciliation ensure that the transactions in the bank statement should match with your financial transactions, whatever you have recorded in the SAP system. If I'm responsible for that, how I will do this? Anyway, I already prepared one detailed video for bank reconciliations. I will add that in the I button. You may refer that one, but quickly, interview point of view, I'm explaining here. So different companies, they are doing their bank reconciliation different way. So first, let's take the example of manual bank statement. So if we are going to do the manual bank statement, so I will use the transaction code FF67. Then in that case, I will add the required credentials, whatever we have received from our development team, configuration team. Okay, so I will add the transactions and all. Then whatever the line items are there in the bank statement, those data we need to add in the system manually, so that it will be compiled with the bank statement. Practically, I would say that it is very difficult, because each and every data manually user need to enter in the system. So most of the companies prefer the EBS or the electronic bank statement, and the video reference what I'm giving here, so that is also on EBS. You may refer that one. So for EBS, we need to get the bank statement which we have received, that we are going to upload in the SAP system, that is known as your electronic bank statement. So I will go to the transaction code FF_5. Then I will select the format, what format we have received from the bank. Okay, so whether it is MT940, BI12, or CAM5, whatever format we have received from the bank, then we will specify the bank statement format and I will upload it. Then after that, the compilation will be there. Now, user point of view, it is very easy activities. It is going to take a couple of seconds to find out the mismatch activities, and if any further activities required, if transaction is missing and all, then system is going to post that transactions. So after that, we are going to review the match transactions using the bank reconciliations. Some items, if it is failed, then we can check in the FEBAN. Okay, our system is going to post the transactions. If everything is fine, then your bank statement, the closing balance of your bank statement is going to match with your SAP system, or SAP system closing balance, your bank GL balance is going to match with your bank statement balance or bank balance. So this is very helpful, and regularly the reconciliation team is performing this one. So definitely I will suggest you may refer that video for a detailed explanation in the system as well. Now coming to foreign currency revaluation. So foreign currency revaluation point of view, when transactions will be recorded in different currencies, so companies are operating in multiple currencies, fluctuations will be there once they are going to post the transactions. So exchange rates will vary from day to day transaction point of view, different rate will be updated, right? So in that case, automatically system is going to adjust your forex balance through the foreign currency valuation. Particularly, it is one of your month-end activities. So how this foreign revaluation will be there? But again, what I am right now explaining is all user activities. part of R2R team, but R2R configuration and all will be there. If without configuration, if you will try these T-codes, then it will not work. So that's why in detail configuration is required. Now, if you want to understand the foreign currency valuations in detail, I already have video for that. You may refer that one. I will add in the I button. But now let me quickly explain how this foreign currency revaluation is going to work. So first we have to identify the foreign balances in the particular GL account. So which GL we are going to valuate, or our customer vendor open items we want to valuation. So first we have to identify. Then we can use the transaction code FAGL_FC_valuation to run the foreign currency valuation program. After that, system is going to post the adjustment entries to reflect with the current exchange rate. For example, during the month couple of transactions was posted, and now in month end we are going to do the valuations. So once the T code will be entered, means FAGL FC_valuation foreign currency will be entered, then automatically system is going to do the foreign currency valuations. Not only that, if there will be any exchange rate loss or gain will be there, then those entry will be posted. You can see this image here, already one transaction posted. So this is the end result. You can see after foreign currency postings, you will get one accounting entry in the system. Okay, so this is going to help us for our foreign currency postings as well as for the balance point of view. Now let's take one real-time example. So this is GRIR account related reconciliation, particularly it is GL reconciliation. Okay, account reconciliation is nothing but your GL reconciliation. So let me give the business example. A company is performing their month-end closing activities, because reconciliation is always month-end activity. So one company is performing their month-end closing activity, and they found that the GRIR account having some discrepancies are there. Now quickly, if anyone is new to this one, so what is GRIR account? When we are going to procure the inventory, so in that case, GRIR account will be there. So for example, let's say we have received the GR. So first, let's say PO created, some PO number will be there, and with reference to that PO, next we are going to process the GR. It is the responsibility of the logistic department. They are going to process the GR, and with reference to that, there will be a accounting entry. Stock account will be debit some amount, and the credit will be GRIR account will be credit. After that, once the invoice will be processed, then the GRIR account should be debit and your supplier or vendor is going to credit. So you will find that GRIR account credit and GRIR account is debit, and it should be zero balance. That is the normal process. But if your GRIR account is showing some balance, maybe debit balance or credit balance, so that means something wrong in the entire process, or partially somewhere it is wrong. So that is why we have to do the reconciliation. Now this activity is part of your it's part of your P2P process. The normal procurement part is part of your P2P process. But if any inconsistencies will be there or indiscrepancy will be there, so in that case, reconciliation team is involved here to clear this one. Now, GRIR account, if having debit balance or credit balance, then something wrong here. Sometimes what happen, invoice goods received processed, but invoice not processed. So in that case, you will find that as GR goods received is processed, so GRIR account having a credit balance, it is never settled with your debit amount, or as invoice not processed. Now sometimes maybe invoice processed, the GR is not processed. Now because of multiple reasons it will be there, but if any differences are there, then that is the responsibility of the R2R team. So now I'm going to check in the SAP system. So I will check the transaction code FBL3N. So I am the person responsible for this GRIR reconciliation. So I will check this one. So I need to check my GL account related to GRIR account, goods received, invoice received, and this one I selected, and it is expected that if I will select all items and I'm going to execute, so I should get here a zero balance. But no, I'm not getting a zero balance. I can see here all our green items are there, but one item I can see open items. So let me short with open items. So here I can see that this GRIR account balanced 84 rupees, 84 INR it's showing, and it is related to January. So now I'm in March, okay, or maybe let's say in February, and we found that last month data is not yet processed. right? So that is something wrong with this one. So now we have to investigate what is wrong with this account. For that purpose, I don't know what is missing. So for that, I need to first check. I found that GRI account having a difference of 84 is there. But in this case, what balance I have, credit balance or debit balance? So I can see it is debit balance. You can see 84, 86 posting key. So that means GRI account debit balance. GRI account debit balance means, as for my example, GRI account, if having a debit balance means invoice processed, invoice is processed, but goods receipt is missing. Okay, so maybe accidentally it is missing. So I don't know. We need to check that. We need to investigate that. So then we are going to check our logistic point of view. We are going to check GRI account reconciliation report. Now this is if FI report. Now we need to check the logistic report. Now we are going to check GRI logistic report. MB5S. If you know the supplier and all, but I don't know anything, so simply I will take the purchase organization, and for this purchase organization, whatever income discrepancy, or I mean any difference will be there, we are going to check execute. So here I can see that 10 kg quantity received. So that means here invoice is processed, supposed to be. Invoice is there, but I can see quantity not received. You can see 0. So here invoice quantity is there, means invoice is processed, but GR is not there. So that means this is one example where goods receipt, without goods receipt, directly invoice is processed, right? So how we are going to handle it? So normal process should be PR, then PO, then GR, then invoice. But in this case, without GR, directly invoice is processed. So an invoice of 84 or whatever amount was posted, but goods receipt was not posted yet. So that is why the inflow, the quantity inflow is not there, right? And now let's check in the material point of view. So whatever material we have purchased, that also we need to check, because right now, as I'm from a different team, I don't have any information about this one. So I have to check the complete history, and I have to find out where which process or where it goes wrong. So here I can see invoice is processed, I can see purchase order is there, then invoice is processed, and accounting document is there. So this is my vendor invoice, means logistic point of view. The logistic team, they have processed the invoice. This is my invoice is processed. Material number 222 is processed here with reference to the purchase order. So we need to check this. We need to take this purchase order because it is required. So with reference to the purchase order, invoice is there, and corresponding accounting entry is posted. So I can see the accounting entry is perfectly posted, GRI account debit and supplier credit with tax and all. Now issue with here that GRI is not there or goods is not received. Still I will confirm from the material ledger point of view. Let me check that too. So you need to find out like it is which month transaction. It is related to 20th January. So that is my, so with reference to that PO, I am going to verify that GR is there or not. So PR number, PO number already we have verified last 125. So this one. So you can see here invoice is processed, this one 125, but okay, if you want to check once again, you may verify that. So with reference to PO, this is our PO. So with reference to the PO, GR is never processed. So that is our investigation. So we investigate the root cause of this particular project, particular problem, and we found that never the GR is processed. PO is there, so we verified that PO, but with reference to that PO, GR is not processed. So now I need to resolve this issue by posting one goods receipt, and after that you will find the GRI account balance should be 0. Okay, so that I'm going to perform so that GR entry will be processed. So now I'm going to process MIGO, which is our goods receipt. So I will use that purchase order, and with reference to that purchase order, I am going to process the GR. So I got all the information. So material number same 222, quantity 10. Okay, so everything is fine. Now item okay, check. So the accounting document posted, and now if I am going to refresh it, so GRI account balance is now 0. You can see GRI account balance. So we posted the credit entry. So initially the debit entry was there, and GR was not posted. So as GR was not posted, so that's why some difference amount was there. Now we will verify whether inventory received or not against that particular purchase order. So with reference to that purchase order, you can see 10 kg of inventory posted. So the wrong entry or the correction entry was corrected, but this GRR account balance is showing list contents, no discrepancy. Now this one is showing that it's debit credit now matched, so zero balance, but still we need to clear it. So as a part of your GL clearing F.13, which I explained in the beginning, so you need to clear that. So I want to select the GL account and I want to clear it. No open items. Now who is going to post this correction entry? Maybe you can share this information to the logistic department. They are going to process the GR, but normally the reconciliation team is going to perform these activities. So that is why, as always, I used to say the the R2R team is having more rights and they are responsible for more activities. So we should have the knowledge about all areas. So that is why when you are going for interview and if it is related to R2R, so you should have knowledge on all areas. So you should have procurement, sales, so everything. So that is why always you will find R2R people or the senior people are responsible for reconciliation activities or R2R. So in R2R, various things we are covering or we are in the process of learning. So till now what we covered, so in this video we understood that what is reconciliation and how the reconciliation is helpful, what is the use of reconciliations for your finance accuracy and compliance. Then what is GL reconciliation and how it is going to match with your subledger. Also in that we understood one practical example we have seen, that is the GRIR reconciliation, and also bank reconciliation part I explained. But all these things, once you will do all these activities in hands-on, in system, you will get more clarity. Maybe in very small time, 8-10 minutes, I am explaining all these concepts, but until unless you will not do the hands-on, you will not get that clarity. So that's why, as it is an IT product, so hands-on practice is highly required. So definitely you try all these scenarios. If these questions will be there in interview, very easily you can manage. So in our next video, we are going to take another topic on this R2R process. See you soon. Bye.